Hello everybody. Today we will study about AC bridge. So with this AC bridge we can measure the value of unknown inductance and unknown capacitance of a circuit. So first of all we have to derive the general equation of this bridge for balance condition. So now you can see this is the circuit diagram of the bridge. Here we are having four arms, means Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4 are the four arms of the AC bridge, and the source is connected between point A to C. This is the source, and the another 2 points are B and D. The detector is connected in between point B and D. So now if we will connect the detector between point A to C where source is connected, what is the problem? Now you can see if detector is connected between point A to C, the entire source voltage will appear across this detector. But for our bridge balance condition, the detector potential, means potential of point B to point D, must be is equal to 0, means B and D should be in the same potential. So that's why we have to connect the detector between point B to D. This is the first balance condition. Potential of B and D must be same. And the second balance condition is there is no current flowing through the detector, means ID must be is equal to 0. ID must be is equal to 0. That means what? If ID is equal to 0, the current I1 which is flowing through this branch also flows through this branch. So I can conclude here that I1 must be is equal to I3, or I can tell Z1 and Z3 are connected in series. We can say that Z1 and Z3 are in series at the bridge balance condition. Similarly, this I2 current will flow through point A through Z2 and also to Z4, means here I can write down I2 must be is equal to I4. That means Z2 and Z4 also is in series. Okay, then if potential of B and D are same, so potential of A to B must be is equal to potential of A to D. So potential of A to B means the voltage E1. Potential of A to D means E2. So here we can tell that E1 must be is equal to E2. And similar case for E3 and E4. E3 must be is equal to E4. Okay, so these are the conditions for bridge balance. So here we can tell at balance condition E1 is equal to E2. If E1 is equal to E2, the value of E1 must be its respective current and respective impedance. So I1 into Z1 and E2 is equal to I2 into Z2. That is our equation number 1. And E3 is equal to E4. So that's why I3 into Z3 is equal to I4 into Z4. That is our equation number 2. Also at balance condition, what we have studied, that I1 is equal to I3. So the value of I1 or I3 is must be equal to how much? The entire circuit voltage E and its upon its respective impedance, that is Z1 plus Z3. We can see in the circuit diagram. Here this is the supply voltage, means point A to C. The voltage is E, and this I1 current is flowing through both Z1 and Z3. So I can tell I1 is equal to the supply voltage E divided by Z1 plus Z3, both are in series. So that's why I1 is equal to E by Z1 plus Z3. That is equation number 3. Similarly, I2 is equal to I4, and that is E by Z2 plus Z4, and that is equation number 4. So now what we will do, I have to put the values of I1 and I2 in equation number 1, that is I1 Z1 is equal to I2 Z2. So here it is Now in place of I1 I am putting E by Z1 plus Z3 into Z1. In place of I2 E by Z2 plus Z4 into Z2. So now this E and E getting cancelled, and we are cross multiplying Z1 with this Z2 plus Z4, Z2 with this Z1 plus Z3. So now it should be Z1 Z2 plus Z1 Z4 is equal to Z2 Z1 plus Z2 Z3. So now here Z1 Z2, here also Z1 Z2. So we can cancel these two terms. So finally what we get? This one, Z1 Z4 is equal to Z2 Z3. This is the condition for balanced of a bridge. Balanced condition of an AC bridge. Now if the circuit or if the parameters is in polar form, so as we know, in case of polar form it is an AC quantity, so it has one magnitude and one phase or direction. So I have given is for Z1 the angle is theta 1, for Z4 angle is theta 4, and so on. So at balance condition, Z1 theta 1 into Z4 theta 4 must be is equal to Z2 theta 2 into Z3 theta 3. So we are multiplying the magnitudes, and if it is the angle we have to add this. So this is the balance condition in polar form. Means in polar form we have to satisfy two conditions. So first one is magnitude, that is Z1 Z4 is equal to Z2 Z3, and the second one the angle must be, it is the second condition. If both the conditions will satisfy, then we can tell the bridge is balanced. Again, if the parameters are in rectangular form or complex form, so the form is Z1 must be is equal to Rn plus Jx1, Z2 is equal to R2 plus Jx2, and so on. So the formula is Z1 Z4 is equal to Z2 Z3. So now I am putting all the values of Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4 in this balanced equation, and I have to solve this. Here we are having real parts and imaginary parts. So now equating the real parts, I can get this one, R1 R4 minus X1 X4 is equal to R2 R3 minus X2 X3. And if we will go for the imaginary parts, means equating these imaginary parts, we will get this value, X1 R4 plus X4 R1 is equal to X2 R3 plus X3 R2. So now for rectangular form, if these both the conditions will satisfy, then the bridge will be balanced. So this is the balance condition of a AC bridge. In the next video I will tell you about the Maxwell's inductance bridge. Thank you.
If you like this lesson, give it a thumbs up. Also remember to subscribe this channel, and don't forget to give your valuable feedback in the comment box.